I don't do distractions. I'm coming back in.
What a time to be alive. Man, oh man. Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou, and we back here with another episode for y'all. And as you can see, we're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later. You know what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about NFL Week 5, man. Just came to an end last night, and boy, it went out with a bang. But like I said, we're gonna talk about that a little later. Man, we had some good games this week. Good games. I think we say 2 good games, and then the rest were.
I think it was a chaotic week.
I'll go with that. I'll go with chaotic.
Started off Thursday night, the Rams-Seahawks game played, and Russell Wilson got hurt. I think his streak of starting was like 100 in the 140s or 120s.
He never saw
So he's out with I think it's a something with his finger. I'm pretty sure a ligament's torn. So he's out 4 to 8 weeks, and it's his throwing hand.
Yeah.
So Geno Smith, he entered the game well. They were down 17-7.
Yeah.
He got a touchdown, 14-17.
Like they were about to do something.
And then it was 23-17, the game-winning drive and first pass. I called he would throw a pick, and he threw the pick. He threw the pick. They ended up losing 26-17. I think that injury, there goes the Seattle season, there.
For sure. If they ever had a season, but
they're definitely going to finish last. Probably in that division. They're 2-3. Rams 4-1. Moving on, Sunday morning, actually, a London game. Yeah, the Falcons and the Jets play. Falcons narrowly won. I mean, they were in control most of the game. Kyle Pitts put up big numbers for a rookie tight end, 9 catches, 119 yards, a touchdown.
Definitely
and
game.
They won 27-20. Pats, Texans, and a nail biter. I think the Texans was up 22-9 at one point. Pats ended up winning the game 25-22. And I think that brings me to this point of the week where field goal issue this week. I heard 13 missed extra points and over 20 missed total field goals in 1 week. I don't know the stats for that, but that's definitely insane.
Definitely has to be a record. It got to be a record.
It's crazy. Just funny how you get paid as an NFL kicker. You got one job to kick. I know it's not the easiest job in the game of football.
But you've been doing it for so long, you got to be used to it by now. Especially like Max Crosby and them.
Yeah, Mason Crosby.
Oh, I said Max Mason, yeah.
Yeah. That Bengals and Packers game we're going to talk about soon, but that's just insane. Over 20 missed field goals in 1 week.
And some were really game changers.
Yeah.
Some were game changers.
Texans had a chance at winning too. They missed a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the Bucs and Dolphins, absolute murder by the Bucs offense. Tom Brady had 5 touchdowns, 440 plus yards throwing the ball. He's
looking like
touchdowns. AB. Oh yeah, AB definitely had a good game. Mike Evans had 2 catches for a touchdown. Tom Brady though, 15 TDs and 2 picks at the age of 44, second in the league in passing touchdowns. You got him in top 3 NFL MVP. Team 4-1.
See, before last night, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Before last night, yes. But We're gonna get to that a little later. But right now, no. He was. But he's 4. He's 4.
Okay. Nothing eventful happened with the Eagles-Panthers game. Eagles won. Beat the CMC-less and Richard Sherman-less Carolina Panthers. Titans, they did what they had to do. Derrick Henry, 3 touchdowns on the day, 130 rushing yards. Against the Jags, he usually dominates them. Lions, they actually had a chance. I told y'all, the Lions are going to be competitive this year. Now, I didn't say they were going to win, but they're definitely competitive. Another heartbreaker field goal loss, 54 yards, I'm pretty sure the kick was. And Vikings pull out the win there. Kirk Cousins did his signature. You like that? You like that? At the end of the game, Vikings are 2-3. Now we're into the Packers game. Packers Bengals. Oh man,
Bengals got some fight in them.
yeah,
Jeez, they just a
Bengals.
field goal away. A field goal
Packers.
away.
Monte Adams had over 200 yards. He had 130 at the half, I believe. That A-Rod and Adams connection is definitely something special. But this game was so chaotic. I think it was 6 missed field goals just in this game.
Yeah.
This one game. I mean, come on, guys. I know
No,
Packers and Bengals fans were at the edge of their seats.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And then you saw
I already
the
know.
Bengals kicker celebrate.
He celebrated. And then once he realized,
Celebrated.
he was like, but
that's a
that was
Shaq in
like
a full
that
moment.
was really close though. Like I would
Yeah,
have thought
that
I
was.
made it too. Honestly, it was like right there. But it's like for one person to put up 200 receiving yards and to go into overtime and just barely beat a team like the Bengals, who are playing really good, but still, you're the Packers. You shouldn't have this problem with the Bengals. You know what I mean? So it's like I'd be a little
Are we sweeping on the
concerned.
Bengals?
I'm not sleeping on the Bengals at all. I'm not. The Bengals, I'm not gonna sit here and say this their year. They're for sure gonna have a better record than the Steelers. I will tell you that. They'll for sure have a better record than them. Jamar Chase changed that offense completely.
Yeah, he has 5 touchdowns. He has a touchdown every game of the season so far.
Definitely, he's gonna change the shape of that offense. And T. Higgins, he's breaking out. Auden Tate breaking out. And then you still got Joe Mixon, who's probably not having his best football, not playing his best football, but he can still. I think he's still top 5 in rushing, right? He's
He
still top
was
5,
he
right?
was last week. I'm not sure right
I'm not
now.
sure if it is right now, but he's definitely still like top eight rushing. So he'll get you something. And the
Mm-hmm.
defense is the defense is cool. Defense is cool. It's not there yet, but it's cool. It's solid. Can the Bengals make
Yeah.
some noise this year? No, but in like 2 years, they can definitely make some noise.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the Saints football team game. Saints pulled out the win 33-22 over the football team. I think this is the 4th game of the year the football team has allowed over 30 points. I mean, their defense was supposed to be hyped up. And it doesn't get
Yeah.
easier next week. They play the Chiefs, who we're going to talk about soon, who are 2-3 though, just like the football team.
Mm.
And moving on to the next game, you have the Steelers narrowly beating the Broncos, but Juju is done for the year. Out
He's
with
done for the year.
shoulder injury. It
Now
seems
you
like it's
only
going to be
got
Chase
James.
Claypool's team.
Yeah, Chase Claypool and I was gonna say James Robinson, James Washington. It was some Washington, whatever his
James
name is.
Washington.
Yeah, him. I don't care about the Steelers anyway, so but him,
Najee's
them
balling though.
two gonna be good. Najee is gonna ball. I think he's leading the team in receiving. I'm like, yo, hey, bro, get it together, Steelers. Get it together, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, Their defense was a big part of that win too on Sunday.
Yeah.
Bears Raiders. Justin Fields gets another win starting quarterback over the Raiders, who definitely going through a issue right now. John Gruden just got his job replaced
Resigned. Yeah.
due to
Crazy.
emails from slurs and racial tensions. But it was 7 years ago span of emails. But it could definitely see it on the field a little bit. They're struggling wise. Like I could kind of tell they definitely weren't like as focused as they should have been. But that puts Justin Fields 2-1 as a starter. Moving on to probably the shootout in the contender for game of the week, Browns and Chargers.
This game of the year, honestly. I think it's game of the year.
Game of the year?
I think it beats out us week 2 against the Chiefs. This is definitely game of the year. This was a shootout. You score, I'm scoring right back. Like this was tough.
Browns totaled 230 rushing yards. Their run game was definitely a problem, as you could see. But the story on the other side was definitely Justin Herbert. Threw for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, able to rally his team for the victory over the Browns, who
He ran for a touchdown too.
Yeah, 5 total touchdowns. He definitely is showing out this year. The Chargers now 4-1. Probably top of the AFC. They're tied with the Bills and y'all, of course. You really starting to believe in that Baker Mayfield hype, huh? That he's just average. You can't win with him. He had 23 completions, 32 attempts, 300 yards, two TDs though.
If Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt don't have the game that they have, Baker Mayfield doesn't have 305 passing yards. Because them focusing on them allowed Njoku to get to break free on some plays. And I think Kareem Hunt had not Kareem Hunt. Oh yeah, it was just Njoku who was going crazy, 149 yards. That's pretty much half of what he had.
Yeah.
That's half of what Baker had. Man, listen. I guess you could say he had a good game. But like I said, and like I will continue to say, if that running game is shut down, Baker Mayfield is tough. It's tough. Like Baker Mayfield.
Mike Williams had a day too.
To prove me. Mike Williams had a day. Austin Eckler had a day. 3 touchdowns. Yeah. He had himself a day. So it's just like Keenan Allen, he did what he was supposed to do. So it feels like everybody touched the ball. Everybody had a feel of it. This
There was
Chargers team, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're all around. I told you that hiring of the old Rams defensive coordinator definitely Brandon Staley. He's definitely a good coach right now. He could be up there for coach of the year as of right now. I wouldn't be surprised. But in that fourth quarter, it was 41 combined total points in one quarter.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
That's a lot of points with only 15 minutes on the board, and it was over 1,000 total yards between both teams in one game. So,
bro, that's definitely game of the year.
Is that a AFC Championship preview?
Heck no. Chargers maybe. Browns, stop it, man. If I had to put teams in the AFC Championship, Chargers, I'm just throwing out matchups. Chargers, Bills, Chargers, Ravens, Bills, Ravens, or
no Titans.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the only 3 matchups I see. The Titans offensively are great. Julio and AJ Brown is a problem.
Yeah, but they haven't been on the field
They
a
haven't been on
lot
the field,
together.
but when they haven't been on the field, yeah, but when they are on the field, it's no production. Besides Julio is producing when he's on the field. I'll give him that. But AJ Brown, it's like last year he went from and this year he's like, ugh. Is Julio's team now? I mean, besides not Julio's team, Julio's receiving core now. I thought this was AJ Brown. I thought he was the number one. What's
Yeah,
going on, AJ?
I think they'll turn it around. Those two are talented receivers in the league. I think they'll be good in the long run. I think health should just be their main focus. They play the Bills next week though. That's gonna be an interesting game. Moving on to another divisional matchup between the NFC least, the Cowboys. It's been exactly a year since Dak got hurt. They are 4-1. They beat the Giants. Giants injuries piled up. Kenny's gone. Daniel Jones got knocked out. Saquon's done. The Giants. The only bright spot was their draft pick, Tony, who had almost 200 yards that game, catching the ball. But they got blown out 44-20. Dak and Zeke definitely, Zeke, what do you have, 2 to 3 touchdowns? 2 to 3 touchdowns that game. Dak, he didn't have to wow himself. I mean, after halftime, it looked like the Giants just fell apart. They didn't have Daniel Jones, who kept them in the game, and missed field goals also from Graham Gano. But I still don't think the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC, even though they have a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Trayvon Diggs, catching 6 picks in 5 games right now.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East. Look at the rest of them. But the Cowboys are looking like they got something to prove. And they're looking like they are coming out to prove it offensively. They came out week 1, they put up 29. They put up 20, then they put up 41, then 36, then 44. Offense is looking great.
Spooky. Looking definitely scary.
It's looking great. So they definitely have something to prove. Dak has something to prove. And it's either the passing game's on or the running game is on. They can kill you either way. So it's going to be real tough trying to stop that offense. It's going to be real tough.
For sure. The richer stay rich. Cardinals still undefeated, 5-0. In Trey Lance's debut, and he has a sprained knee now. It's been reported. Trey Lance, in his debut, didn't do much. 15 completions, 29 attempts, 192 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a pick on the day. And moving on to the Cardinals, their defense held them to 10 points. Y'all did what y'all had to do. Kyler Murray, on the other hand, only 22 for 31, 71% completed, 239 yards, a touchdown, 0 picks. Didn't run the ball that well, 7 carries, 1 yard.
So he didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game.
He didn't have a good game, but he did what they had to do to get the dub at the end of the day. Now, moving on to that Sunday night game. Bills at Chiefs.
Man, man.
I'm going to let you go real quick. Talk about how you feel about the Chiefs being a contender, but I had the Bills winning to start the game. I'm not even going to
I did too. I for sure had the Bills win. You know why? Because that defense sucks. And you know why? The offense is figured out. I don't know what else to say. Tyreek Hill was barely there. It felt like.
They played blanket coverage and over the top on Tyreek Hill, which you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. It felt like Tyreek Hill was barely there, 63 yards. Travis Kelce was barely there, 57 yards. He had a touchdown, but that's cool. But McCall Hardman led your team in receiving. Yo, Mahomes, you threw the ball 54 times.
Clyde
54
Edwards-Helaire got
times.
knocked out.
Patrick Mahomes led the team in rushing and carries. And you think this team is going to do something? Playing like this? Don't get me started on the defense. Stephon Diggs didn't even have a day, and you lost by 20.
Just about.
Deshaun Knox, 3 receptions. Guess how many yards he had? 117 on 3 catches. Stephon Diggs, 69 on 2 catches. Hey, the most receptions somebody had on the team was 3. And they were all big games. And this team is supposed to be back in the Super Bowl. I've been said after the Super Bowl they've been figured out. Don't call me crazy. Ooh. Come on, bro. Josh Allen, man, 315, 3 touchdowns, 11 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Just only further proving why he should stay in the top 3 candidates for MVP.
My MVP pick.
The Bills is definitely at the top of the AFC as of right now, for sure. For sure.
Put up 35, 40, 38 in the last 3 weeks. That is a lot of points. For me, the Chiefs, it feels different this year. They're negative, which is definitely astonished. I think though they'll definitely make playoffs. I feel like the Bills are gonna have the home field to end the year. I feel like they're gonna have the home field, and I don't see them going to the Super Bowl either.
No.
And especially if they don't have the advantage this year. Going up in Buffalo in February, January. Oh man, it's gonna be hard. If you don't have a great run game or a great defense, what's this Chiefs? Then we don't got a great defense. It's gonna be hard to stop Buffalo. And they also have the problem is on offense. You can stop them by if you don't let them if you make them run offense like sets, you have forced them to do that. That takes out their backyard games, trying to throw it over the top, toss back, throw it to Mahomes. He throws it. If you're able to make them actually play constructed football, I don't think they can do it. They don't have the style of team to do it. They got a lot of explosive people who got to run. They got to get out. It's like letting the dogs loose. Once they're loose, it's hard to control, as you can see. Tyreek Hill,
Right.
Travis Kelce.
Man.
But if they're in a cage, feed them. You can keep them in that cage. They're going to be controlled. So, I don't know. The Chiefs, we'll see. I think, like I said, they're definitely going to make playoffs because they got probably the best quarterback right now.
They're not going to lead in their division, though.
We'll see. Yeah, they definitely down because they lost to the Chargers. That's already one game. So they're 3 games back. I'm pretty sure they're 3 games back from the Chargers. So it is looking like they're not gonna win the division. But like I said, I think Patrick Mahomes, that offense is still scary. I think they'll definitely make playoffs. Moving on to the finale of the week. Monday Night Football. Baltimore Ravens against the Colts.
Mhm.
It was a very interesting game, first three quarters. Very surprising.
Yeah.
Y'all trailed 25-9 going to the fourth. And y'all finished the day winning 31-25.
Mhm.
I know you have a lot to say. I've looked at the stats of the game. I watched the whole second quarter, third, a little bit of the fourth. I was tuned off a little bit, but I'm gonna let you explain how you feel about your team. I know you got a lot to say, a lot of haters on that.
Before I go into this, I want to say shout out to Carson Wentz. I did not think he was about to go out here and put up 400 yards.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just didn't think it. I didn't think it. Shout out to him, though. Shout out to Jonathan Taylor. He definitely did his thing.
They both play good.
Let me read you something. I got some stuff. I got some stats.
All right, go ahead, read it.
37 for 43. Oof. For
Great
442
efficiency.
passing yards. 442 passing yards. He can't throw, right?
That's
Four
great
touchdowns.
efficiency.
4 touchdowns with 0 picks with 64 rushing yards. Guess how many total yards that is? 504. And guess how many total yards the Ravens got? 523. So Lamar Jackson accounted for 96% of the Baltimore Ravens offense.
That's insane.
It's tough. Not only 22 unanswered points. They said Lamar can't come back. Guess what? He has 3 come from behind wins this year. Leads the league in that. 5
He definitely does.
go ahead or game winning drives. Leads the league in that too. And also, he came back down 19. Came back down 11 week 2. And then now down 19. Guess what? He's the first QB to complete 85% of his passes on a 400-yard game. And he has the highest completion percentage for a quarterback who threw the ball for 40 times or more. It's just tough. And then on top of that, he's tied for the most wins before 25, before the age of 25. And then he leads the league. Not leads the league. I'm tripping. I wish. He's 5th in the league in passing, and he's 8th in the league in rushing. Hey, name me somebody who's top 10 in 2 positions. I'll wait. I'll wait. That's what y'all got messed up. And that was a franchise record in passing. Franchise record. See, this is what y'all got messed up when y'all talk about valuable. This is why Lamar is the MVP right now. He is the most valuable player on the Baltimore Ravens, and it's easy. The Cardinals, we talking about Kyler Murray. Sure, he's a good player, great player, but DeAndre Hopkins is the most valuable player on that team. We're talking about the Bills, Josh Allen. He's great too, but let's be real. Stephon Diggs is the most valuable player on that team. If we look at the Ravens, who are you looking at that's more valuable than Lamar Jackson? I don't know. If Lamar don't play, we 0-5. Now let me talk about the actual game, man. Let me talk about the actual game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was this close to turning the game off. This close. But I was like, nah. I'm gonna watch this. You know why? Because we have the MVP on our team. You know why? And you know what? I said this. I said this out loud. You can ask my brother. You can ask my cousin. I said we're gonna score before the end of the third. I said we're gonna score before the end of the third. You know what happens? 42-yard bomb to Hollywood. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is a 1-point
Hollywood had a
game.
day
One
too,
possession game.
and Mark
Hollywood had himself
Andrews.
a day. Mark Andrews had himself a day. Boy, don't even get me started on Anthony Averett. We're not here for him, but if we lost, I would have been on you like white on rice right now. But we won, so you're lucky. Just don't play like that again. But we came back. They came and they got a field goal. 25-9. 25-9 because we missed the 2-point conversion. And then it's just Lamar looked like he was just on a different planet in the zone, going off like, yo, I ain't never seen you act like this. Last time I saw him with 500 total yards was the Titans in 2019. But it matters now.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we got haters out there. We got haters out there that just want to see you fall. You know what? I went on Instagram. Y'all know what I do. I went on Instagram. I went to the comments. Y'all know what I do. I went on Instagram. I went to the comments. You know what I posted? I said, LMAO, what y'all got to say about Lamar now? Somebody was like, he still can't throw. He threw like 4-yard routes and they ran for 10 to 12 yards. And that's how we got 400. I was like, oh, so you didn't watch the game, number one. So somebody's supposed to throw 20 plus yards every single time, every single down, every single throw for their 400 yards to be valid? He was like, no, but you got to throw more than 4. You won the game. Let that be your quarterback. You be praising him. Oh my gosh, he did this, and that. He came back. This. You can do the same thing I'm doing. I can guarantee it. But hey, man, that fourth quarter plus overtime, 22-3.
Yeah, that was definitely
22-3.
I think the momentum switched after the block kick by Calais Campbell.
That
was
it.
Because without that,
that
that's
was
a
it.
2-possession game. Y'all only had one timeout. It would have been hard to get the ball back and score a touchdown.
Man, it's just I don't even know what else to say besides MVP. MVP. It's tough, man. It's MVP. Come on, man.
I still got Josh Allen.
Nah, bro. Come on, man. Let's be real.
They blew out the Chiefs. Y'all barely.
And then on top of that, nobody had us making the playoffs. They was disrespecting us. Oh, y'all got too many.
That?
Y'all got too many injuries. Y'all not going nowhere. It's the Browns division now. It's the Steelers division. The Steelers division. Man, come on, man. Stop it. People was like, man, you got people in the comments. Oh, y'all were one fumble away from losing. Y'all were a 66-yard field goal bouncing from losing. Come on, man.
Someone's having a moment.
Come on, man. See, you got people out here. Man, what's the new narrative now? Because he's going to shatter every one of the narratives you got now. What's the next? Oh, but does he have a ring, though? So that's what we doing? That's what we doing. Come on, bro. Y'all got to find something else to talk about, man. Come on, bro. You got something to say?
Nah, man, you said it all, man. That was a great game. That was definitely a
Great
great
game.
game.
It was a great
Great
game. I was
comeback.
had a heart attack.
Y'all team is definitely y'all are able to definitely pull together some wins.
Yeah.
But I feel like y'all should have been playing better from the start. I think y'all were
Most
too worried about
definitely.
that rushing record in this game.
Facts.
But like I said, about the MVP talk, I still got Josh Allen right now. It's fine to think Lamar. I mean, the dude people have been saying he can't throw over 250 yards. He's thrown over 250 yards 4 out of 5 games already. First 5 weeks. So we'll see. We'll see how the Ravens perform. Schedule is not that bad. I already read it last week over with y'all. They played Vikings,
Got the
Chargers.
Chargers next week.
Yeah. I think that game. Y'all are home. Y'all performed well at home, obviously, as tonight is another reason why it's hard to win in Baltimore. But we'll see. We'll see next time. This is going to wrap up week 5.
It is going to wrap up week 5, but hey, basketball, the NBA season is back. And it's looking real good. It's looking real good, man. My Heat, yeah, you already know. Undefeated in the preseason?
My Thunder, we're working on it. Josh Giddey, I like the draft pick so far. He's definitely playing well. And Lou Dort shot. Dort was shooting well the other night.
I did notice that. But hey, that's a story for another day. Soon, too. But hey, until then, boys Juice and Lou. And we out of here. Peace.